true desired, which was a wife. And I did with everything I supposed to have did because I wanted to. I wanted to have that life, that start over, that reset, and all of that. We can't minimize or erase the fact that I still got this stuff that I have to deal with. Like, I still have a family. This ain't no, this is a pre-used uterus. The fuck? It ain't funny. Where's the bottle at? And you knew that before you married me, so I'm about to call him. I feel like I'm frustrated. I have so much shit going on. He knows exactly what's going on. I just feel like if your wife is going through stuff, I don't give a fuck if your wife got to put on a goddamn foot monitor. She got cases. Like, it's a lot of stuff going on right now for me. Okay? It's a lot of stuff going on for me right now. And I feel like he never did negate the fact that he wasn't gonna help me. It was just the fact that the energy that I felt of me not wanting to ask him. And this is the simple fact when I start doing it now, babe, middle of the night, I'm hungry. Can you fix me something to eat? You ain't gotta go to work the next day. You was already up. It wasn't like you was asleep. Let me start. I never asked you for shit. And now I'm asking you to give me water. Pass me a fork. Can you pass me this? Can you? Now, I want to see how you respond. And he been doing it. But today I just feel like he ain't want to do it. And then he said some smart, slick shit about his sister wife. I feel like that was the damn cherries on top of the ice cream. You know how you got the ice cream, it's all good. You know, you got the flavor you want. The cherries and the sprinkles, that's just some, you can even got sprinkles on that shit. When you put the cherry on there, sometimes that motherfucker ice cream tipped the fuck over. I feel like just him adding on the sister wife was the cherry on top. And he gonna tell me, I didn't say I wanted a sister wife. I said maybe you should go find one. So they can help ask you, so you can be asking them for some water. What type of slick shit is that to say? You was the one that was walking around childrenless. I'm doing you a motherfucking favor. And I the one that said that I'll be sick 9 every day. The whole 9 months. Like, what the fuck? See how disrespectful that was? That's how disrespectful he was to me. And he told me that he was gonna apologize. Yeah, a baby is a favor. And that's what these men don't understand. A woman carrying your seed is something that you couldn't, the last bitch didn't want to do for you. Told you no to your face when you backed her. And cheated on you over and over again. Yeah, it is a gift. And no, I'm not motherfucking Polly. And he claimed that he ain't either. So I don't even know why would he try to throw some slick, disrespectful shit like that in my face while I'm carrying his baby. and he care about me smoking, you shouldn't give a fuck. Because you don't want to help the person out that's saying, you think I said, I wish, I would pray that the Most High put on everything that I fucking feel while carrying this baby. I hope and pray he can put it on your motherfucking ass. You can feel it every fucking day like I feel it. Every time I feel it. Then you will see is I'm acting or not. How the fuck is I'm acting and I'm sitting over here waking up to a flat stomach, to looking like I'm 5-6 months before the end of the day? How can the fuck I fake that? You don't think I fucking feel that shit? You don't think that shit mess with my nerves? I got chew on gum on some mint. You don't think that's affecting me? These men don't feel nothing. And the first thing he gonna tell me, he want me not to be lazy. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just waiting for you to do your half. This is why I'm pissed off. If you had the car up and running, I won't even be here. I'll be at my other house fixing what I'm supposed to be fixing. If you had the car fixed, it's disrespectful. Right? I cook every fucking day. Fold his clothes. He ain't gotta wash shit. I ain't had to fold nothing since I've been here. The fuck? I ain't seen you clean out the motherfucking bathroom but once since I've been here. And that's because I asked you. It ain't about one mishap. It's about all this shit that I have weighing down on me in my other life. And I don't have time to be dealing with this right now with him. I just really don't. I just really don't. This is the time he need to be supportive, at his best supportive. Because he looking for that same thing from me. And he ain't even got an eggs. That's my whole thing. He ain't never have to wake up and ask me for no food. He always had it. Because ain't none one of them hoes that he was dealing with, none of them chicken head hoes ever got up at no 5 o'clock, not even once or twice or 3 times to fix him shit. Okay? Wasn't folding his clothes. Wasn't doing none of that. I feel like when you do too much for a man, they forget. Like they forget their blemishes. You make them feel like they don't have no blemishes. Cause you tell them all day and every day, you're a king, you're perfect, you're this, you're that. I'll be submissive. I do what you need me to do. I'll be this perfect wife. I'll do this. I'll do that. They forget. They motherfucking forget that they human. They forget that they have blemishes. They forget when they stick a shit in the toilet, it stink. They forget that they have to feed them damn selves and all of that. They forget that because you make them feel so much like a king. They get arrogant. This is our religion, but it's the simple fact when I ask you for some fucking water and you want to mention the sister wife and call me lazy, I feel like that's like calling me a motherfucking nigga. I feel like that's like calling me a bitch. I feel like that's like calling me a slave, a big long titty slave. That I feel like that's like a white man calling me a nigga. I'm not dramatic. I supposed to feel like that. You know why? Because I done gave him everything without him asking. I supposed to feel like that. I supposed to. No, I don't go way too far. That's what I'm saying. At what moment do I nut the fuck up to make you understand that, like, what? It's certain shit you would never think I should say to you. That means it's some certain shit you should never say to me. Ever. Just like a woman should never be disrespectful and say some disrespectful shit out her mouth, neither should a man be disrespectful ever to say some shit out his mouth. They don't get no goddamn pass. Right. The fuck? Man. Like Tamar and her husband. And my husband not like that. My husband is very attractive. I'm not saying he's a horrible person, but he just arrogant sometimes. Like, you know how like his Vince, how he big and sloppy. You would think like, why when Tamar first started coming, like she always been out her sister, but when she started branching out for herself and making her songs back to back, and she was introducing everybody to her son and Vince and all that other stuff, I know y'all had to feel like, why is she with him? Like, Tamar couldn't choose. She was so in love with Vince. Girl, I know he had money, but they're not married no more. So I'm saying he got arrogant. He got arrogant as fuck. Tamar is beautiful as hell. Like, why is he with her? I mean, why is she with him? She really loved him. And I'm like, he just got arrogant. He cheated on her. I'm like, how his nasty fat ass? I was mad for her. Like, how he cheat on her? The audacity. No, Tamar lost her mind when she broke up with Vincent, when they got divorced. Do y'all know that? Tamar lost her fucking mind when they got a divorce. She really loved him. Girl, everybody not about thinking about no money. You missing a point. They just talk, these guys be arrogant. How? And she still had her own money. She still had mansions. Still. And if he cheated, she definitely get money. I'm debating on calling him. I just wanna reset. And I just feel like me and my husband, we should just focus on our business. I just feel like we should just focus on our business, and you know, if we gonna stand, we gonna stand. We gonna fall, we gonna fall. But I just feel like the stuff that's important, all of his desires that he wanted outside of me, he should focus on. And all the stuff that I wanted outside of him, I should focus on. And if we can't figure out how we can help each other get it done together, then it's gonna fall. But then we can figure out how we can help each other get it together, and it's gonna stand. But I'm not gonna be always the one that's eating humble pie. I'm not gonna be always the one that's kissing up. I'm not gonna be always the one who just never get no say. I'm not gonna go through that. I'm not gonna spend my life like that. No, because I have another job that came out of my uterus that I'm responsible for. And I don't care what he say he gonna do. I feel like I'm obligated to make sure that that's straight. And I still have that situation, my house and everything over there that I have to go through and deal with. Like, I do. And I want my own business. I want my own revenue, my own money. and we could just add together. But I want to be able to make my own. I don't want to die no housewife. That was never my fucking goal. Like, I could be I feel like housewife means stay at home wife. Like, I don't want to be no stay at home wife. Like, that's not the life that I want. Just sitting up in here having kids and cleaning and just shutting the fuck up. Like, that's not the life I'm about to live. I want to go outside. I want to go outside. And you know what I want to do outside? Focus on my shit. Go to school. Fucking get out here in this business world. I can't just sit on this couch all day. I just don't want to. And so that means that he got to focus on assisting me with it. Because I'm going outside. I'm not about to just sit here. I'm about to get my shit together. I'm just so scared to call him. He might not even answer. It's just, I don't even know what I want to know. I'm just irritated. I mean, he is at work.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me?
Yeah, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at someone that they said. Yeah, what's up? Can you hear me?
Are you going to apologize?
Did you tear up the house yet?
What? Why would I tear up the house?
I mean, that's what you said you was going to do if I walked out the door.
And you thought I would really do that?
You said that you was going to do the, what's that lady on movies that be doing that? Burning people's cars down and all that. You was going to be doing her movie.
And you think that's funny?
What's happening here? Yeah, it kind of is.
What's funny about it?
See, you start talking, I see a black cat going by.
So you trying to be funny by even saying that?
Calm down. You said you want to talk to me.
Okay, are you gonna apologize?
For what? Even though I clearly made a joke to you. So if that's the case, you need to apologize for you laughing at me being irritated because that dog pissed in 4 different areas that he normally don't piss in, and you guys laughing at the fact like you're doing now.
Because they have nothing to do with me. So why do I have to apologize for that?
You know, like I said, we gonna have to call it even.
So you're gonna be petty. That's what I'm talking about. Like, are you like, can you be this God-fearing man of God that you say that you are, and not be tit for tat?
So
I know you're trying to prove a little point and everything. I get it, but I'm still your wife.
Okay, you still my wife, and I told you I still love you. I'm still gonna be there for you when I come to the crib. I'm still gonna take off all my work clothes, jump in the shower, give you a kiss on your forehead if you don't swing on me. You know, still gonna do all that. You can be mad and upset all you want, but I gave you these vows for a reason.
So is that an apology?
If that's what you want to take it as,
Can you
that's what's gonna calm you down, then I guess so.
So can you just say, I am sorry, I apologize for saying that because it hurt your feelings?
Everything is gonna hurt your feelings, baby.
Okay, and you're supposed to be sensitive to that, because if it's a problem and I bring it to your attention, because I didn't have to bring it to your attention. It took a lot for me to bring it to your attention, because I feel like I shouldn't have to. once you see me crying, you should have known then that it offended me. And if you were a God-fearing gadite like you said that you are, you should have immediately then humbled yourself and apologize.
Well, what did you do last time when you so-called cried? Now I don't know if you serious or not, because you good at it, and I don't know. To be real with you, I don't be knowing when you serious or not.
I said don't ever bring that up again.
Why? Because it's something that you ashamed of that you did. Like, it ain't. Hey, look, that ain't my fault.
No, so you're gonna blame. So you're gonna bring that up every time.
Yes. If you try to hit me with something, I'm gonna say, look at them crocodile tears. I don't know if you serious or not. So if I go in there when you busting out crying, I'm like, baby, you serious? And you throw something at me, I'm like, okay, yeah, she is serious.
Well, you obviously with me slamming doors, that should have been serious enough that you hurt my feelings. That you really hurt my feelings by mentioning another woman. You really did.
You keep saying that, but I technically did not mention no other woman. All the jokes you was giving me today, and once I give you one that hit below the belt, even though I didn't even say nothing harsh because I was smiling at the same time. And you didn't even listen to exactly what I said, because for one, your sister wife is going to be living with us. A sister wife lives with everybody. She doesn't live in another house and only comes over when the wife calls. All that was joking. You were so into your feelings, you wasn't listening to my words. You the one that decided to get upset with it instead of just taking it as a joke, knowing that you deserve to have a joke put on you. Especially after you tried to pull that little joke dealing with the police earlier. That boiled my skin. But you laughed at it. I left it alone. I could have said something. I could have blew it up. I didn't like that, but I left it alone.
Okay, well, I didn't. I mean, you said you didn't like it, but I didn't know that you really took court and not like that, and I apologize for that.
But at the same time,
so can you be fair and say like, can you not like, I won't do that ever again? So can you like, whatever emotion that I'm feeling, can you recognize that and apologize?
I won't do it again. We even. I won't do it again. You won't do it again.
So
if you feel some type of way, we're gonna voice our opinion in a positive way.
Okay, so can you apologize? And I just want you to apologize because I feel like it's taking you so much to apologize. And I just want you to be a husband right now and get out of your feelings and just apologize. Well, it's like it's taking.
You're gonna be look. You the one that started this earlier today, so you be a wife and you apologize first since you started it.
I apologize.
Okay, I apologize too.
What? That don't even seem like that's the apology. I had to say I'm sorry too.
Hey, look, you the one that started it. Did you or did you not?
Okay, you can't get whatever you want all the time. Sometimes you're gonna have to give me what I want. Yeah, I know you feel like you a king, all the other stuff.
I am giving you everything. Well, for the most part, I'm trying to give you everything that you want.
Okay, well, I need you to fix the car so I can handle business. Since you also threw in an insult, me being 6 weeks pregnant. You need to Google and see, and you need to talk to 100 women and see out of 100 women what is the pregnancy symptoms out of 100 and figure out what is their symptoms. And you will mostly see that women be sick. That women be sick at 6 weeks pregnant in a first trimester. And you call me lazy. You call me lazy.
I said that you're lazy because you called yourself lazy. And that's why I said, go ahead and get up and get it yourself. I told you. What I tell you if someone living in my house?
It's not your house anymore.
What did I tell you when someone was living in my house?
It's still your house. I thought it was a home. I thought it was supposed to be a home that you was preparing.
Past tense. What did I tell you?
What about it?
That no one can be lazy in my house like that. So if you just want, I can see if you like, babe, I'm not feeling good like you was before for the past couple of days. What have I been doing? When you ask me for something, I jump up and do it.
And you just say, and you think because you say, you know, I'm really good on words. I'm really good on words. You be like, you can't be lazy in my house, and just try to bring, just drag out the house to make me feel like you're just being sweet. But you just said some stuff.
Kept trying to scratch my tires.
Look, all you care about is that fucking car. Are you listening to me?
Yes, I'm listening to you, but I'm outside and it's a cat right there by my car trying to scratch on my car. So yes, I'm going to say something.
Damn.
Somebody else's car would have said something too.
Can we not think about the Mustang right now? All I'm saying, okay, Thomas, is sometimes you have to be sweet to me, and I don't want to. I'm not being lazy, because if I was lazy, did I make sure you eat this morning?
Of course you did.
Okay. Did I fold your clothes and fold the towels? And I did, and mopped the floors and filled up. I did stuff today, and took out the motherfucking garbage.
That was your fault. I lifted up that garbage and think like, why did she take out that garbage? That's on you. You are look. When I first met you, I told you I don't need you to do nothing for me, but be my wife. That's all. You said no. That's not enough, Thomas. I want to do this. I want to do that. Have I ever asked you to do anything? Have I ever asked you to pour me a glass of water? When I'm about to get up and do it, you say, what you doing? I do it. So don't make it seem
okay, because
like
that's
I'm
love.
you.
That's love. This is what I hate when people do that.
Don't make it seem like I've been telling you or asking.
But that's like a smack in the face, though. That's like a smack in the face. Like you're like, I didn't tell you to do it.
No, because you're bringing this stuff up like as if I'm just sitting back, getting fat, and saying, you do this, you cook my food. Look, you know, once I get into
okay, but if I would never had did none of that stuff, would you would have married me?
Before I married you.
Or did you, or no, let me finish. Or was that one of the qualities that I have as your wife, as just a wife, period? Didn't know that's part of a helpmate's job and duties as a woman?
A helpmate is supposed to be doing helpmate stuff. Cooking and cleaning every single day is not a requirement. Because I can cook, clean, and do all that my damn self. You know that.
So you want me to stop it? I just feel like you're ungrateful. I enjoy doing it, but I just feel like, you know, you call me lazy, so you have no right to calling me lazy.
You throw it in my face when you get upset about all the stuff you do, and I'm like, wait a minute, why is she throwing this in my face if this is a help me job?
Because why would it be a problem for you? I don't care if I just sat down. Why would it be a problem for you to give me a glass of water?
Because you was just pulling a prank and joking on me. And then you gonna sit down and say, babe, can I get some water? I'm looking like, this girl just got finished pulling a prank on me. What? You better go and get your own water.
What prank did I do?
Okay, you got amnesia now. My bad. I forgot you was out
Can you tell me?
in the desert, in the ocean by yourself for 20 days and 20 nights. Now you got amnesia because you're not hydrated.
Can you tell me, please, what joke was it?
Maybe.
No, because you can't tell me. You can't tell me because you thought it was a prank that the dog peed on the floor and I left it there for you to clean it up. And I told you that I did not. And I can stand before y'all and say that. I'm not playing. I was just laughing because I'm like, you really thought that I left it there. And he really did that quickly.
Ain't nobody. I never asked you and said, did you
so what prank did you
see? I said, did you see all the piss that he, and you was like, no, you started laughing. They were like, why is she laughing?
I'm laughing because you can't because babe, I told you, babe, because I told you with this.
Look, it ain't no different than my ex. When I start getting
don't compare her to me.
No, I'm gonna compare her to you because all y'all women do that to a good dude. When a good dude,
oh my god, see, you're so narcissistic.
When he get a little frustrated, y'all start laughing. y'all all, guys that say women, they girls do that. When they start getting upset, y'all start laughing, thinking it's funny. And we got a whole
right, but you're saying that you're this calm person, so I didn't think that you were really upset, babe. Number one.
No, because you know how I like my house.
Okay, I understand that, but babe, the reason why I laugh at it, can you let me finish? Let me explain.
It's nothing to explain.
I just want to tell you this part.
No,
I told you.
Laughing at it. That's all you gotta say is, Thomas. You can even say my bad. You don't even have to say sorry.
I did. I did say that. I said, I'm sorry, babe, but it's funny because I told you when we get the dog, you're gonna remind me off of the movie Beethoven when the dog came in the house and then he didn't even want the dog, and then the dog did all this mess, and you was gonna be this aggressive and not angry but like frustrated with the dog, and I thought it was cute. Like I thought it was cute that the dog is being the dog, and I get to see. It is cute because it's funny. Like, it's going to be the same way with the baby. And I told you that.
The reason why that dog is in the house is because you wanted it. And I told you, you're going to have to be the one taking care of it. You like, I will. Now is, Thomas, can you get it up? Can you get it up? I'm looking like, man, I would take that dog to the pound tonight. I don't have no attachment to that dog. Yes, it's a cute dog. But that's what it is. It's a dog. It's not it didn't come from my loins, so I don't have no maternal instincts of attachment to that dog.
But I kept asking you, do you want me to get rid of the dog? The dog supposed to only been here for a 48-hour trial run. And I asked you after 24 and 48 hours, you want to keep the dog? And you said yes.
I told you it was up to you. I said that dog is not bothering me like that because I don't have allergies from it as long as it's not jumping on me. But if I'm going to be the one chasing that dog's piss and all that around, that dog got to go. Because I told you I wasn't going to get a dog probably for the next year or two until I felt like I was ready to have a dog. And it wouldn't have been that type of dog. It would have been a more chilled out type of dog.
Bae, any dog at 8 weeks is going to piss on the floor. It don't care if it's a $2,000 pug. It's going to piss. It's 8 weeks. All dogs pee every 5 minutes. I have thousands of
Then you take care of it. You take care of it, I'll take your responsibility. How about that?
So now you don't want to you're not going to never clean up no piss, ever?
No, I didn't say that. But I'm saying, I'll take some of your responsibilities so you won't be feeling like you're doing way too much. That's what you call compromise.
Okay, that's fine. So are you still going to are you still going to divorce me?
I never said I was.
You missed an annulment.
I said it's what you want. You want us talking crazy. So what I tell you, what I always tell you, you talk crazy to me, I'm gonna talk crazy to you. So you talking crazy to me, I'm gonna say, well, go ahead and look up if you want to know. If you don't want to be around me, or if you upset, and this and the third, and blah blah blah.
Okay, and you know I have a lot going on. You know what's going on tomorrow, and then the house got mold in it, and I don't have a car, and I'm just going on a week and a half. I'm supposed to be going to school. You keep on talking about all these goals. You want this, you want that. Oh, baby, we should have this house. Next house we get gonna have a pool in the ground. All these goals. I feel like you putting all this pressure on me because of the stuff that we talked about, and it's coming down crack time. September is not too far away, and I feel like everything is happening at one time, and then after this case, it's just gonna be too much. I told you it's gonna happen like boom, boom, boom. I told you that. I said, babe, are you listening to me? When August get here, it's going to happen like boom, boom, boom. With this whole situation, it's going to come to a complete end. So it's all coming down on me right now, and I am pregnant, and I do be sick. So if I ask you for a glass of water, even if I sat down, you should give it to me.
I never told you. Always for the past couple of days, out of nowhere, I could be just watching TV. You just be like, baby, I'm not lying about me being sick. I'm like, I'm not even thinking that. I know you sick. What is wrong with
because
her?
I just don't feel like you. This is your first time experiencing this, and I just want you to know that if I ever feel like you see me laying around, it's because it's that reason.
Baby. But that don't mean I'm an idiot. I'm not that brain dead to not think, okay, a woman's anatomy, when there's another life form in her, is draining her energy and her food supply. Of course she gonna start getting nauseated and sick. Don't you know I understand that? So you gotta replenish yourself. But I'm not gonna wait. I'm telling you this now. I love you. But my dad didn't even wait hand and foot to my mom like that. If she needed, if she just couldn't do nothing, he'll be there. He'll be on point. But she knew she still had a duty to do, even through the pains and aches. So I'm looking at you like, you had all these kids. You should already know what time it is. But I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I had to stop and correct myself. Even though this is my first time having a kid, this is your first time having a husband and a man in the house that actually love you. So this is new to you too. And you can't say it's not. So we both kind of like on a new path when it comes to certain stuff.
I feel like you are so sweet, but then certain things you say and certain sentences you say just be so raw and uncut. And I don't know, maybe because that's your manly, I guess, your the side that's firm, I guess.
I told you when I met you that I'm a blunt person. I told you that. I told you that. My pops was blunt with me. He did it. I'm the same way. I told you that. Yes, I'm going to be sweet. I'm going to be loving. But at the end of the day, I'm not like that all the time. Y'all women got to stop thinking that I'm just this sweet guy. Like, because then when I man up, y'all like, wait a minute. Why are you talking to me like that?
I get it. But you're going to have to be sweet to me because I'm pregnant and I'm emotional and I'm hormonal. So all of that extra manly shit that you're trying to pull, this is the time where you be sweet.
If you still love, I'll talk to you. If not, I'm still going to give you a kiss on the forehead. Just leave the machete on the bed.
Did you move the machete?
No, I was thinking about it.
What? Oh my God. Okay, I love you.
I love you. I'll talk to you.
Okay, bye. I feel like I can't let him control me. He's trying to break me all the way the fuck down where I don't have nothing. No control. I just don't like how that feels. And it's okay. It's okay. Like, I don't know. I feel like I like a guy that's going to be sweet all the time. No matter what. Cause I feel like realistically, he want me to be like that no matter what. Like, I feel like it's a standard on women. Like, women have to always, forever and always, we can never pop our shit. Like, we can never we can never go off. Never go off. Yeah, y'all can. Because they're not dealing with an Israelite man. Of course y'all can. Okay, what we going to do about the other situation? I'm taking comments. And if y'all come up here being dumb and acting crazy and acting stupid, When y'all get in the box, I'm not taking comments no more. So go ahead and let one person mess it up for everybody. And I know it's going to be this one ghetto person come up in here with a name, with somebody, one of the broadcasters' faces toothed up to the side. Get in the motherfucking box just to do it. They're going to be like, you dusty. Nope. See? This is the reason why I don't let you up. I'm at a long night. And that's what it looked like. All trolls. That just...
Hey, Angelic.
Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, well, I came in kind of late, so, I can't comment on really what's going on, but I did want to say congratulations on your wedding and your marriage, and I can't wait till your family's whole again. Okay?
Okay.
And congrats on the baby, too.
Thank you.
All right.
It's a lot, though. It's a lot. Can we talk about the other situation? This situation, like I said, can we talk about the other situation? When my family get around me, they act like they never left. Like they act like they just run around going buku crazy, and they talking about some. Oh, really? Do you? Now, it's not. You don't want to see how I control them. You want to? We gon' I know what you want to see. You don't. You want to see how you control them. You don't want to see how I control them. You want to see how Karen controlled them. Because in y'all black households, I ain't gonna sit up here. Y'all will sit up here in a second and 5 minutes and say, yeah, not on live. I do this, but not on live. So obviously you don't want to see how I control the situation. You want me to control it by the Karen way, by the book. Exactly what Karen said do. And we're gonna watch to see if you do exactly that way. Well, you might have to give me some more different type of family members then. Because I don't got Karen kids. So you can't make okay, you want me to be a Karen mom? Where the Karen kids at? Because mine don't act like that. And it's funny. I just wish that I can just say like so much, and I feel like it's not fair because at the end of the day, if you can't control them, you want me to control them. But you can't even control them though. You can't even control them. That's my whole thing. My whole thing, you can't even control them. You asking for help. Your damn self. Oh no, call this person. We need help. Just ignore them. And then when they start acting boohoo crazy, now you gotta remove them from the scene. Oh, really? Do you? You need some assistance. What about my goddamn assistance? But now I gotta be watched. And I gotta go do it by the Karen way. So you know what? That's fine. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn what nobody's talking about. At some moment, at some time, all depends on what type of kid you got. You got one of them motherfucking kids. You gotta pull to the side and damn near sneak and pinch they ass. And grab them by the hem of their shirt and say, if I'm gonna take you both sides of this motherfucking church, when we get home, I'm gonna tell the dead stuff. Now you wanna sit up trying to embarrass me in front of these motherfucking people? You better act like you got your shit together. But I can't say that because I'm being surveillanced. So we all want to see how this gonna work. I'm about to really be Becky. Come on, you guys, stop it. See, I'm doing exactly what the book says. The book says do that. So you see? Okay, you tell me what to do now. Now you tell me what to do. Ma'am, it's right here, chapter 24. Timmy, stop. I'm gonna ignore your behavior. I'm gonna count to 4. Put you in timeout. See? Exhibit A. Tell me what to do next. Because I'm delusional and I don't have the abilities, right? So you tell me. I'm going to get a chair and pop it right there. You tell me what to do next. Since I got to be surveillanced, I'm going to do everything by the book. They're going to have to write a whole new motherfucking book for these children. Because every way, that ain't going to work. I don't understand why the government think that the reason in every way in the book is going to work. It don't work like that. And what type of directions is these for? Is these for Hispanic kids, Puerto Rican kids, black kids, African motherfucking kids, white kids? What type of book is this for? What do this apply to every motherfucking nationality? Because I don't think this applies to every nationality. I just really don't. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can sit up here and be hide behind these motherfucking phones, act like y'all just never seen them kids. You gotta pull it to the side, grab their ear, and say, if you don't sit your ass down while I be up in this Kmart, I'm gonna grab you by them laces and drag you to the car. But in the book says that that's just harmful. The book says that is abuse. So, like, come on now. This is what happened when they all up in your fucking business and you kind of literally watch to be parents by the Karen way, by the Karen definitions.
Hey, Angelic Soul.
Hello.
You know what though? Honestly, I'm praying for you, babe. I really am, man. And I really hope that whatever you going through though, this shall pass, to be honest with you. Like, not even trying to be funny. People gotta understand that they be fucking with people and doing all that, and people really be going through shit. And I feel like this was the worst app to ever put your kids on, because this app is so fucking negative, and that's all they love to do is tear us down. And it be us tearing us down. So I really wish you well, and I really hope that things work out for you, for real, for real. I really do. And I hope this just shows you that you just gotta move different, okay? I wish you the
Yeah,
best.
I have no other way but to move different. Like, now that I got these people all in my damn business, why not stay on here? It's already out in the front 4th Street. I'm gonna use the same motherfuckers that got all the advice to give me the advice to get me through it. Since you guys is the top notch glamorous chick, you the guys of the mommy of not just the parking lot but the whole motherfucking world. Let me see how you can get 15 ways on how to get a nigga out of situation. Matter of fact, 45 ways on how to get a nigga out of rocking a hard place. Since you guys know so goddamn much, you tell me. Because I don't understand why they think that mothering is just one way. And I'm not even talking about cursing. I'm not just talking about cussing. But if I can just explain, I can't even say too much. But like, you know, like sometimes you can be talking in a way that's like not prayerful, but sweet, you know. And when you have the government just sitting over there watching you, and they're actually telling you that we're looking on the way how you take care of your kids, and if you don't take care of your kids this certain way by this book, then you are not qualified to be a mom. But that's not even the problem. The problem is that it's just really like, it's just really hard dealing with the government. Like it really is. And this is for anybody that's going through any type of, you know, just dealing with stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's just really, you know what it really is? Like, they really expect for you to do it by your motherfucking self. They expect for you to do it by yourself. They don't, like, I don't understand. What are you trying to see? Because I'm going to ask some motherfucking body to grab a diaper and a wipe. And I'm going to ask somebody to hold somebody while I do this. I mean, that's what, I don't know. I'm not about to drive myself crazy trying to figure it out. I'm just going to do it. And then they just going to tell me along, I guess, going to tell me along the way whether I'm doing it wrong or right. Since they said they watching to see how I'm going to do it. Okay. Well, you can watch and see how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just the way Becky says do it. And if it don't, I'm going to go exactly by the book. And if it don't, then I don't know what else to do. And I'm not going to stress myself about it. I'm just going to go and be the mom that I was trained to be in the 9 weeks of training that I took. To 101 ways in 9 weeks on how to be a better mom. Shit. I finished the program. So I guess we just got to put the program to use. So I just don't like that I have to parent a certain way. Like, I just don't agree that you have to, it's just one way to parenting to be a parent. Like, I just don't fucking agree to that shit. Like, I just don't agree to that. I don't think that it's fair, honestly.
Hey, Angelica, if you don't mind, will you explain to me what we're referring to? Because I know there are three different type of parenting styles, but what book are you having to go by as far as parenting?
Well, in the 9 weeks, they trained us on how to co-parent, on how to deal with kids' attitudes, how to deal with certain situations. The only thing I motherfucking heard is the Karen way. Everything is always, what is it? Is it a parent-owned decision or is it a child's own decision? Is you going to be the doormat or you're going to be, what they call it, the dictator? Or you're going to be both? And it's just like giving me all these goddamn videos and seminars and all these different ways of this scenario for the child slam the door, what you're supposed to do. And they did it literally the fucking white way. I just don't understand. Like, I'm not used to letting the motherfucking child just slam the door and walk away, and I just be like, okay, I'm gonna let him cool off. Then I'm gonna go back when it cool off, and then I'm gonna address it. Like, I just don't. I'm not used to that. I'm used to going in there and address it right then and there. Don't you slam that door. Now I ain't gotta cuss to say it. Now I agree. I don't have to
Mm-hmm.
cuss, but I don't agree that I just supposed to just slide and just wait.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't agree to that.
Okay, so in those classes, like, did they go over the parenting styles, and then did you discover or do a self analysis of your personality, your attitude, to see which style fits you?
Well, it's different because I have different sets and ages. Go by the ages. And
It's for
even
the children.
yeah, for children, like I go for the children, and I just feel
Okay,
like,
so your parenting style changes according to the age of the child.
oh well, it is starting from like, well, of course, if they're like babies and stuff like that, they just says, you
Mm-hmm.
know, not to get frustrated, just set your house up so where you're not blaming the child for being a child. Like some parents get mad
Mm-hmm.
and frustrated because their child is crawling around and they have to move stuff. Or, just, or making them have to sit in like just make it comfortable for the child when they're at that age. So you're not frustrated. But when they getting older and stuff, like at 9, 7 years old, most of the stuff revolves around the child. Like it involves around what the child feelings is and what they want. And we just have to succumb to that. And like the Karen way, it's not like our way. It's not the black way. It's the Karen way.
Right.
You know, it's never cussing. Of course, I don't have no problem with cussing, but even if you give them a lot of choices, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You give them a lot of choices.
Right, and that's normal development, and it's actually good at that age for them to have choices. But as a parent, either you're going to be authoritarian, authoritative, or permissive. And so, with that being said, out of those, one of those characteristics will be you across the board, regardless of what age they are. And that's what I'm asking. Have you analyzed yourself to see which one of those apply to you across the board? And that'll help you with your parenting as far as dealing with the children, regardless of their age. Now, a permissive parent will get run over. And that's just being honest. But an authoritarian parent will be like the hardest, real strict. But no,
But
that's
they say they don't want us. They
authoritarian
say they
gives
want us
that
to be both.
flexibility.
They want us to be a dictator and a doormat. It's supposed to be together. It's not supposed to be separate because they said if you become a dictator, then they're not going to talk to you. They're going to be more aggressive. They're
Mm-hmm.
going to they were saying like get revenge and just certain things that they
Mm-hmm.
were doing their behavior. Like if they're shut down and say they don't want to do, like it's just all different types of behavior they have when you just 100% dictator. If you a doormat, then that means they're gonna run over you. Like if you tell them put
That's
their,
a permissive parent.
so we gotta be both. Like if I tell them to pick
Mm-hmm.
their clothes and their stuff up and they don't do it, and I come back,
Mm-hmm.
then I always, give them a consequence according, and I have to ask them what their consequences be. Like so shit like that I'm just not used to doing in the
You
house.
have to ask the whoever you're. I mean, I
The
don't know
child.
the whoever you're dealing with. You have to. Oh, you have to ask the child
Yeah, we have
what
to
the
ask.
consequence should be.
Yeah, they were saying like, so what do you think?
No,
Because they were saying like, so because you didn't answer, I mean, because I left out the room and I came back in 20 minutes and you still didn't pick up the toys, what do you think your consequences should be? And
but the
then,
child don't determine that. You as the parent determine it.
no, let me finish. This is the dialogue. This is the
Okay, go
whole
ahead.
spread. So after that, they
Okay.
give out like this spider web, like a brainstorming spider web of the consequences they should have. And when we check off the list, we got to make sure one that is safe. It is not either is it a child owned problem or a parent owned problem. Meaning, is it going to be safe for the child? Because they start naming all types of stuff, right? Then you got to make
Mm-hmm.
sure it's fair. So even if they say, well, I should be on punishment for a month. Well, we know that's unreasonable. So we'll say, well, we agree to this, but instead of
Mm-hmm.
it being a month, we'll say 24 hours. So then make them stick to it. And if they don't stick to it, it's another situation. It's like you just keep on
Mm-hmm.
brainstorming and picking out straws and shit because they don't believe in corporate punishment.
Right.
Like
But you can do like
or
I do.
even
I
when
don't
they
believe in
even
corporate.
said give them choices like, okay, well if you don't want to take out the garbage, then do you want to do this? So if you don't take out the garbage, you don't get your game.
You can reach
And
a
they can
child without
choose,
having to use corporal punishment, though.
and they can
Honestly, you
choose.
can.
This is what they said. They can choose. If I tell them to take out the garbage, if you don't take out the garbage, then you don't get your game. And if which one you choose, and if they choose, they don't get their game. That means I got to take out the motherfucking garbage. That's what they said. That means that I take out the garbage, and they don't get their game. Like what the fuck?
But me personally, being a mom in that situation, you don't get you gonna take the trash out regardless if you want to or not, regardless of what you say, and then you still not getting the game. That's how I parent.
Well, they said we can't do that because that's not fair and that's not an agreement. And if we don't want to break the communication and them building a bond, because we're gonna regret it later.
Mm.
So this is all supposed to be
But at the end of
psychological.
the day, it sounds like when you said the government, I can't remember what you said, but whatever you said related to the government is not up under your roof. So with that being said,
Well, they
you
is
still
now
can
because I'm
create
under
your own.
surveillance. I'm under surveillance, and they're like, we're gonna watch what you do, and how you act, and we're gonna go and we're gonna see. We're gonna write everything
Are
down.
they putting cameras in the house and stuff like that to watch your every move when you're parenting?
I don't want to say too much with that, but it's
I
not
got you.
like not at the house. It's like what to be
I
looking,
got you.
you know.
Right. I think you still can get it done without, because don't sound like the guidelines that they've given you. I know you have to go by the book and your situation is totally unique, but with that being said, you can still gain that relationship and discipline at the same time. I find myself cursing at my kids, frustrated and aggravated, but it don't require to, put them in a situation where I have to get people into like the government in my business. But like I heard someone else come up in the box and say the worst thing you could have ever done was, exploit it on social media. That was the biggest deal. But once you cross this hurdle,
I don't think it
just
was
don't run that back
exploiting.
to
I think
social
it
media.
was
And I'm,
sharing. I think
huh?
what they said as exploiting, I think it was just sharing. My thoughts was it was like just sharing this process. It's my life of having this responsibility from beginning to end, how it started from now to now.
Right.
And I
And that can be overwhelming.
right. This is like no different than somebody else having a house with 14 kids and they going live showing like what they got to deal with on that everyday basis of
Mm-hmm.
having a house with 14 kids. Like, and that was my
Mm-hmm.
idea. I didn't think of it as exploiting. I thought of it as sharing and trying to get insight.
Right.
But people said this was the wrong app to do it, but that's the thing that I said
Absolutely. I
that
see
I
so
agree
much
with.
across this app that is just like ridiculous in this black culture in our society, and it's like so demeaning. It's like disgraceful, but I watch it, I see it, some of it comical, some of it not. But when it comes to breaking black families down and separating children from their mom, be it a good mom, a bad mom, a mom on drugs or alcohol, whatever the case or circumstances may be, I still feel that that child should have that, you know, bond with their parent. And sometimes the situation result where they have to be removed from the home. Everybody's different, but I still feel like that bond between those kids and their parents should still remain some type of way. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's crazy that the app, put you in this type of situation. Even though you were thinking positive, but it's the society that we live in.
Hmm. Yeah. And now I have to live according to the book, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't agree to it, I don't agree
Mm-hmm.
with everything that's in that book.
Right.
And I
I
can do,
don't,
and I
what
can
you've
do it. I
explained,
can do
I
it
don't
without
agree with it
cussing
either.
though. I could do it without cussing, but I just feel like even with the last situation that I was in, without like really talking
Mm-hmm.
about it, but like the last situation I was in, it was hard to contain. It was really, really hard to
Mm-hmm.
contain. It was hard to contain for them, and they was asking for help. They was like, "Well, we're gonna have to see if we can call this person to come in," because everything that they was doing by the books, it wasn't working. It was like, "Well, ignore it." I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Ignore it," and I'm like, "Okay." It's like the more you give attention to it, the more they gonna act like that. So I'm like, "Okay, we both ignored it."
Mm-hmm.
Then it got
Mm-hmm.
chaotic to the point that they had to intervene and get up and be like, okay, we're gonna have to call this person in to. So okay, you couldn't even fucking do it. And you went to school for it. So you watching me
Right,
see if I'm
right.
gonna do it. So it's just like
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Let me ask you this, and I'm gonna drop down. As far as the day you joined the app up until today, like at the time we are talking right now, have you really analyzed everything that has transpired and then taken in consideration your role in, the part you played and accepted accountability on things you could have done differently and what you're gonna do differently moving forward? Because I mean, accountability, I see that as a barrier if you have not accepted that and you want to cast the blame on someone else.
I feel like I feel like accountability only goes so far. I feel like a person can only say
Mhm.
that they're accountable so many times to where you can't say what's accountability when you have to move forward and keep going. Like it's one thing to say I'm accountable for this situation, but what did that do? Once you say you're accountable, what did that do? It just recognize what the
Okay,
problem is.
accountability. Okay, that okay. So accountability is more so like I went to the. I'm gonna give you a scenario. I know we all know we've been taught from adolescence. Well, I'm gonna just say from toddler up until adulthood that going in the store, taking a piece of candy out the store is stealing, right?
Hmm.
And so we go in the store as an adult, take a pack of candy, right? And we knew the consequences was gonna go to we were gonna go to jail, right? And
Hmm.
so once we get apprehended and we're in custody and we go to jail, it's almost like while I'm sitting in my cell, I'm thinking about what I did and I'm accepting accountability at that point, facing my consequences at that point, right?
Hmm.
And so once I get released, am I gonna go back in the world and steal again? Or am I gonna go to work, make the money, and go buy my own candy where I don't have to go back to the jail cell? So that's like sitting in that cell made me, get accountability for stealing that candy
But
that
I
I
feel
took.
like in my situation, we passed that. I feel like we're past accountability. That's why I said it's
Okay.
one thing to say is what you're accountable for. It's another thing to recognize what the problem is. Because I still have freedom to fix
Okay.
it. I still have a chance to fix it. So it's like it's one thing to
Mhm.
recognize what the problem is, but then you have to still figure out how to fix it. Because I'm in this situation, they're still looking for me to fix a certain situation to make sure that they get back to a better situation. I can't even get to the solid until I fix it. So now I'm just going
Mhm.
through all of their systems.
So with go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you
So
out.
yeah, so
Going through
yeah,
the systems and
yeah, I have to do what they say do in this certain type of way to make sure that it's approved to be in a situation where it's solid. So it's just like
mhm.
we're past accountability right now. I have to do that. This is the
Okay.
consequences of the action. This is me trying to work to get the solution, is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
And their solution I don't agree with because if a child is acting a certain way and you are doing exactly what they're saying by the book, I just hope, just from my reaction, from what I've seen, how the government act, from my own experience, it don't. It's just making you. They just put the hammer and the nail on you, and they can't even do it themselves. And I
Mhm.
literally watched it. You have to call for backup.
So to Right. So to sum up your circumstances dealing with the government and parenting, you almost like you got a rebellious child in the home, right? And this child is acting out. So they're telling you you have to call the cops opposed to you,
No, it's not even.
intervening in
It's
your
not.
own
And see,
home.
it's not even for me. And I don't know what everybody else's situation is. I think, but it's not even. You know, I think people think that it don't even be the older children. It be the younger ones.
Hmm.
It's the
But that's a part of normal child development, though.
okay, but the toddlers though. We talking about the toddlers. We're talking about the toddlers. We're trying to get into
Right.
the
Okay.
mindset that it's not the older ones. It's the
Hmm.
toddlers. That's the problem.
Hmm.
The tantrum tantrums,
Okay. So let me
the
give you.
yelling, it's the crying, it's the what the fuck do I supposed to do because this book ain't working.
Right, but that comes back to the parenting style that I just asked you about. Have you discovered which one works for you? Because normal child development, toddlers gonna do that from infancy up until about 5 years old. And
Right.
then they start to show regression once they transition out of preschool going into kindergarten. They may not level out until first, second grade. I know for my son, it was up to fifth grade.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to do with the child, their environment, their exposure, their social interaction. All that plays a role into their child development. But that comes back to you and your patience and your tolerance being able to, handle because toddlers are busy,
Yeah.
very
And then I
busy.
feel like in situations like this that people don't talk about when dealing with situations like this, sometimes with the co-parenting situation, the kids feel like they can use each parent against each other. They can say, well, I'm gonna call my mama or I'm gonna call my daddy. And
Mhm.
when they know they have the ability to that and they hear both parents going at it, you know, they hear both, all of the negative stuff, they know that they can do that. So I don't
Mhm.
know if I can handle it. I don't know how. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna say I don't know. I can't handle it. I don't know. I don't have the tools to handle
But
that.
the
And I
way
don't think.
that, but with that co-parenting thing works, like that's a great scenario you gave. But when the father is not in the home and you're the primary caregiver as the mother, you set boundaries in your household that works in your household. When that child leaves and goes to that father's environment for visitation, they abide according to those rules over there. But when they come back to your house, they have to conform to your expectations. Even though they're learning
But
two
people are
sets of
thinking that
rules,
the
but
vision of it is going to be this cookie cutter way. No, sometimes you're gonna
mhm.
see that child acting crazy, acting up, screaming, and you literally got to sit there with your chair and their chair, and you say every time they get up, you sit them right back there down, and then they sliding
Mhm.
out, and then they want to throw stuff. So then now what? Now you have to make sure it's not a parent owned problem, so now they're can affect them, harm themselves or harm somebody else. So then you got to probably get them into a room, and then that takes time when that to break down that barrier with that child when he's used to acting that way. That's what I'm saying. So
Okay,
is
so
the
that
patience,
sounds like a
and then
temper
doing it,
tantrum.
and yeah, and doing that in front of the government is like, that is
Hmm.
what I'm saying that I have to prepare myself for. That was only in that situation because that was like a bad situation, and even for
Hmm.
them. And I can't
Yeah, I think another
have my
thing that you
family
could
with me
do.
and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna call your daddy."
Hmm.
But it's
But my
okay for
thing of it is, if the dad is
for
not,
them to do it though. It's okay for them to do it, but I can't do it. But
right.
you the person who got all the tools on how to do it, deal with the child. So why do you feel like you have to? You telling me what to do, but you got to call somebody else. No, come on now.
Hmm.
That's what I'm
Well, I'm
saying.
thinking like if the father is not directly in your home and you set the boundaries in your home, the kids will conform to that. If it's on a consistent basis, like school is turning back in, right? And so I know that you got to be up at 6:30 to catch the bus, get the daycare. You know, we got to go to work, all the above. We know cutoff curfew 8 o'clock. Video games, homework complete. You might be up studying. I'll give you the 10 o'clock. Once that 10 o'clock news come on, it's over with, lights out, alarm clock hitting at 6:30. So once they get on that routine within your household, like even if it's a visitation and the child goes on a Friday, come back on a Sunday, they know they're gonna have that flexibility because whatever goes on in the dad's environment, that's in that environment. As long as the child is in a safe environment and not being harmed, you that's not even a worry for you, or you shouldn't be worried about that. That'll give you some peace to go enjoy you,
Yeah,
get you
I'm
some
not
mental
worried
sanity.
about that. I'm just, and then I feel like I feel like the government is looking for me to maintain my, just maintain my family, even the fraternals.
So
They want me to do it by myself. Like they be looking to make sure like I'm gonna ask one of the kids to be like, can you hold her when I change her? Like, and they
got you.
and they both scream,
But of
yeah.
course, like your oldest child will be able to do that. The government shouldn't have to interfere with that if you've raised that
Okay,
child
so
and
my
build
whole
that
thing
bond with
is
that
like,
child.
okay, so I was scared to do that because I'm like, I don't want them to think like, wow, I'm interacting with my family and they watching. Like, is it gonna be okay for me to be like, can
Of
you?
course it is. Be you, be normal. You know what I'm saying? Like your oldest child or your oldest children. I don't know what their ages are, but just say you got a 16-year-old and your 16-year-old is observing you with all these responsibilities. You can sit that 16-year-old down, have a mother, daughter, mother, son conversation and say, these are my responsibilities. Not saying that you're imposing those
No, not
responsibilities on
literally. I'm not
them
talking about in the playpen. I'm talking about while I'm like there. This is what they're looking for. Why I'm there,
while you're there,
not,
while
you know.
you talking about in another environment or in your
Yeah, in
home.
another environment to see like how do I
Gotcha.
handle the situation. And I'm like, okay, would it be okay in that situation to say that if they're like exactly looking to see how I manage dealing with other people, others,
Mhm.
you know. So,
I think you still can work the what I'm suggesting in
mhm.
another environment as well. Because once you have that conversation with your older child or children, they see that it'll come like clockwork, and they'll be willingly getting up helping you without you even asking. They'll probably beat you to it, long as they have that conversation, that level of understanding. They have to be taught that. You know what I'm saying? They have that family bond where I see my mom cooking in the kitchen. I got younger siblings. Let me entertain them while my mom get our dinner ready or something like that. That has to be taught or shown.
Okay, so
It's
that's what I'm
cultivated
saying.
into the
I'm saying
environment.
because it seems like from the government and from the world standpoint, that's putting responsibility on the kids, and that was one of the things that it seemed like the internet when I had showed my life, they felt like it was too much on, like they should never have to deal with even holding a baby while I change another one, especially when I got two.
You want both?
A teenager hearing the world say that, of course they're gonna feel it. That we know how teenagers is. So if I hear somebody saying in the background, 1,000 people in the background, you should do it. No, she shouldn't have to do it, and all that other stuff. Which when we sit up
Mm-hmm.
here saying there's just nothing wrong with that, as long as it's not excessive, there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Then it becomes
I
a
think I
problem. Then
think
it
the
becomes an
government will be
emotional.
supportive,
Then it becomes an
and not
emotional problem for her because now she's listening to other people control her emotions, and so
right. Well, that may be like on another level with the exposure aspect of it, but taking it back to what we were talking about as far as having that sibling come in and help, your like an older child come in and help. I think the government will be very supportive of that as it relates to making sure as a single mother you're getting all these I's, dotted, and T's crossed. Honestly, like I don't see the
okay,
government
I'm gonna
saying
do it. I
bring.
mean, I guess they're gonna check me. I just I just feel like in the game,
Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it though. It looks like
because
you're
I feel like they're not
overthinking it,
gonna,
and it's like,
because I talked to certain people and they said they're not really gonna check you while you there. They're gonna wait until you in front of you do your 3 to 4 a month check in and see what the progress is, and then come through
mm-hmm.
all, and you thinking you done did your bestest, and they come out, well, no, it's a delay because we found out that during this process this happened. So that's how they play you. They ain't gonna tell you doing something wrong. They ain't gonna tell you if you. They just gonna write it down. And so yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
am
So
over.
when you say like when you do the 3 or 4, I forgot what you said already. You said it's called 3 or 4. I'm gonna just say visitation. And so when you do visitation, will they be in your personal environment or in the other environment you were
Well,
talking about?
I
When
don't
you
really
do
know
whatever
about
this 3, 4.
I don't really know about all of that because me personally, I can't talk about like all of that. But I know in certain people's
That's
situations,
true. I'm just thinking
I know
in my
people's
mind, I'm trying to get
situations.
it in my mind, or I'm thinking they're conditioning you. In my mind, I'm thinking the
Right, right.
process you're going through,
It's
they're
very conditional.
conditioning you to put, yeah, they're conditioning you to get into your own personal environment, you and your kids, right?
Right,
Not in somebody
but
else's environment. That's my mindset.
right, they want to see what that environment going to be like. That's what I've been told from other people. Like they want to see what they.
Okay,
So now it's just like, well, in my house,
well,
shit,
that do make sense.
you might not want to see what it's gonna be like in my environment because you're just not by the book. Like you said, what you would think
Hmm.
a sibling helping from the world standpoint and from Becky's standpoint, a child helping is a child because the way that's how they was acting like. That's how they was acting like, you know, like really
Well, I would
enjoyed
see
them
them acting
helping.
like that. For instance, like if you lay you like if you're on the couch entertaining social media, right?
But I wasn't.
And
But
the
I wasn't
babies
chose.
need something, or
But I wasn't entertaining social media at the time. My hands was full.
what. That's true. I'm just giving a scenario. So if you are entertaining social media and it's something that you should be doing as a mother, and you'll throw it off on an older sibling, that will be something that they'll look at. Like, what are you doing? Why you can't do it? That will be something like if you're not using your time wisely per se. So if you're utilizing your time wisely, and they can see you in the kitchen cooking, they can see you doing laundry, they can see you helping with homework, and you got an older sibling, helping, do something else that's helping you as the mom. I don't see the government intervening in it. But like if you're just wasting time and doing, things that are not
I
productive
mean,
and they see you
I
paying,
feel like I be needing breaks too in between time.
you need breaks.
Hell yeah, I be needing a break. At least a 30-minute
Well,
break.
that's the breaks. Well, I mean, I don't know. And with the, like you said, the government is involved. At that point, that's when you
And
consider
I feel like
daycare.
if I'm
At that
telling them
point
to
where
get
you,
this,
if you,
they all sit in a circle, find something to do, roll the ball, play. Y'all all play together. While I sit for a
Mhm.
second, that's what's wrong with it.
Well, no, like if you got older kids that can go outside with the middle age, younger kids, yeah, there's no problem. Stay in the backyard and y'all go play. Or for instance, if the kids are old enough, if they're school age, you got high schoolers or you got, toddlers or infants that need to go to daycare, get the business handled. Everybody gone at the same time. During that time frame, that's your mental sanity where you're handling your mom business between 8 and 4:30 or 8 to 5, whenever daycare is over. After 5 o'clock, it's grind time.
Man, you really
Do
don't.
it again.
Like I'm trying to tell you, girl, you really. I feel like you don't get no breaks in between those times. For
Well, as
real.
a mother, you don't get a break, period, because between those 8 hours that they're away in daycare, school, you still thinking about what else has to be done. You
Right.
don't get a break till you go to bed at night, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like found myself like constantly moving. So then I'm like, shit, there's gotta be another way to do this shit. Cause I don't know if I can just do this.
It's not. I mean, as a mother, it's gonna be like that. Even when your children get grown, you still gonna be mothering after they get grown and
But
on
it
their own,
gotta be
because
a
that's a
way that
mother nature.
there is a schedule to where, and that's what I'm gonna do when I get the time. Like, I'm just focused on this, but it gotta be a way that I don't have to be when they come home. I'm just on my feet the whole time, or I'm sitting down, just giving my undivided. I never get to just go and just breathe, or just watch a movie. Do we all have to watch a movie together? Because I feel like even when I'm telling them to watch a movie,
Mm-mm.
they be like acting up. So I gotta be there in the same room while they're watching a movie, or
But if you train them to say, "Hey, this gonna be quiet time," you can create like how they do school
yeah, like
schedule. We're
quiet
gonna have,
time. Shit, there gotta be some quiet
yeah,
time.
you can have like I'm gonna just say a Saturday. You got breakfast in the morning. We get up between 7:30, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Whenever y'all get up for breakfast, you can do brunch one day from the hours of 1 and 3. It could be quiet time, cartoon time. Everybody doing their, I wouldn't say own thing if the government watching, but everybody supervised, you know what I'm saying? Enjoying what makes them happy or make you happy. And then we reconvene, come back together as a family. I mean, you still can do artwork with them. You can do a lot of interactive things with them to engage them, during that time. But when it comes time for you to get a break, like even in the evenings, going back to when you act, when can you get a break? Like when they're off at school, go on
But I
and
wasn't
prepare
getting no
dinner. That
break.
ain't something you
I
gotta do
wasn't
tomorrow.
get. But at that time, I wasn't getting no break because I had those two younger ones, and it's so funny. All
Mm.
that time I was going trying to get them approved and stuff like that. I got paperwork today. They literally approved them for the freaking childcare like 2 days after they left.
And
Girl,
make
I
sure they
was
go.
off.
Make sure they go. And when
I'm
it
like,
comes
they
time
not
to
even
renew the
here now. All that
application,
time
make
I've been
sure
trying
your
to get them.
renewal in 14 days in advance. You need to renew 14 days in advance.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like when I know for sure that everything is gonna be back the way it's supposed to be, I just gotta make sure.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they're looking for. So I'm just gonna do whatever they say.
And so when it comes to like you brought up a good point too, when it comes to being in your own personal environment and having like the room accommodation, making sure inspections are up to par, making sure the transportation up to par, all of that is gonna weigh in on, they get standpoint outlook. If it's not up to par, then yeah, you're gonna have some red lines to cross.
Yeah.
So with that being said, is not more so. I think the parenting will come naturally
But
if
I
you're
think
in your own.
I feel like people forget that, and this is gonna have to be a lot of conversations because I feel like children in themselves they have a lot of emotions, especially with coming out of a situation like that, and they like to throw certain situations in your face, and they feel like they have
Mm-hmm.
different outlets now, you know. So I thought I could smoke this and I couldn't.
I think you just, me personally, just listening. It's like I know you are a good mom. You was raised by a mom. I know you can be a better mom, right? But with that being said, I'm just thinking like you do need to
I just
take
gotta
some
go by
time
your
and
book.
strategize.
Yeah, just go by
Go
their.
by the book. This is so weird to me. That's why I gotta go buy a book. I asked my sister today. She got tolerance. That's why I can reference the child development. Like my kids are teenagers now, so my tolerance and patience is a little less now because my children are older, but my niece and nephew are younger. You know what I'm saying? So I can sympathize with the comment you made about tolerance being too active and you being, not patient as you should be. But with that being said, it comes with time. And in order for you to be able to manage that being your kids, you can't just wheel them off and throw them off to someone else to take your responsibility. Like my niece and nephew, my sister can get them and they can go to their own house. Whereas these are your kids, like my teenagers, those are my kids. I can't just send them to my mama house or to my sister house. I have to take accountability in my own house, demand respect, first and foremost. You're going to do as I ask you. And I like they're at the point now as teenagers, they don't even want to eat a full course meal, right? So
Mhm.
it's at the point now you able to use the air fryer, you able to fix your own food. If you don't want to eat what I cook, but you're not gonna if I cook a full course meal, you're not gonna come in here and fix something different because the kitchen clean. So you set those type of boundaries in place. If you're gonna eat
Yeah,
something,
it's
fix
not.
your
It's
bowl of
not. It's
cereal.
not even the big ones. It's just the little ones, and I think just me getting help with the little ones. So I'm gonna see what.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
How
structure.
many little kids do you have?
Like three.
3 little kids. How old are they?
I can't really talk about that, but
Okay, cool. No worries, no worries. Trying to
yeah.
help you strategize or come up with a master plan that works for you and your family. Honestly,
I
because
think
it's
it's I
doable.
just it's the
I'm doing it.
it's the multiples too. Like if of course I can handle
Hmm.
one baby. I ain't gotta have you hand me. I don't
Hmm.
gotta have you hold no baby while I change the other baby. Like when you got multiples, I think that's when I need more help. Especially if
Right,
they crying at the same
right,
time.
right, right,
But thank you for
right.
all of your advice. You're a really nice person.
Absolutely, but I look. It's just a book for me. I need a book on how to raise teenagers. I'm
Girl,
at that point, honestly.
I
Does the
took a
government
I
help
took
with
a
that?
9-week class, and the government it was government funded. I took a 9-week class, and I must say that it's helpful. It was very helpful on not cussing. It gave me a lot of
Mm-hmm.
tools, not the verbal abuse situation, and not even
Mm-hmm.
on corporate punishment. But I just feel like one thing that they did say that they kept reiterating, it all depends on what works for your family. Because they had to admit that.
Gotcha.
But they giving out the best
I know.
tools from studies that they had. So I just hope that
Hmm.
they approve
Well,
of
I
the
wish you
parenting.
the best, and I just think, Tay, I think, well, I can't advise you to do. I can only suggest. You know what I'm saying? And I suggest that you kind of when you're off of Bigo, if you can, focus on you and what you need to do, handle your business, and stay off Bigo until your business straight. Come back with a slam, right?
Hmm.
Bigger and better. I will honestly, you know, limit my time on
I
Bigo,
mean, but
honestly.
I get help from people here. I get a lot of advice. Sometimes I be at my wits' end, about to pull my hair out. People be like, "No,
But
Angelic, you
some of the
should
advice
breathe."
don't always be in your
No,
best
but I'm talking
benefit though. So
about
you have to.
it's certain people that be like, "Breathe, Angelic." Like it's a time where you need to walk, calm down. Because sometimes, like, even when I get into it with my husband, like this is like my second time where I just went straight east side, and that's not usually what I resort to. But sometimes you be needing to vent, and I don't really have nobody to talk to. So sometimes you just be needing
That's true.
to, just let it out and whatever, however ghetto it sound or wretched it sound, and then try to fix it. Cause I don't have nobody else to talk to. So who am I gonna talk? My grandma, she passed, so I can't just call her up on the
I
phone like,
understand.
"Grandma, you know what this man done did to me?"
Yeah, that was just a suggestion. I know you grown and you're gonna make your own decisions and do what's comfortable for you. That was just a suggestion for me to, because I don't know how the negative impact had weighs on you, and I'm sure you don't give a
It,
fuck, honestly.
yeah, I,
But I'm
I,
just
I
saying,
do. Cause I focus on the positive. I think the negative is always going to be there because it's in my actual
right?
family.
Absolutely.
Like it really starts there. It starts from the to make you even want to deal with something like this or be able to withstand something like this. It had to start somewhere because a lot of people in a situation like mine, they would have been
Hmm.
gave up, committed suicide, went to drugs and all that other stuff. But I deal with it so much, and I think we all deal with it when people don't want to admit because they hide behind phones. But we deal with the most judgmental
Hmm.
shit from our own families. They sit up there and laugh and talk about you in your face.
Absolutely.
So I'm used to it. But thank you, Miss
That's
Opinion.
cool. But you're more than welcome, and y'all take care.
You too. Now my friends like Rochelle Rowe and stuff like that and Noni, I don't be wanting to bother them all the time because they got their own stuff going on. They humans. So let's just come on here to vent. I really don't care what nobody say about me because like y'all said, K+8, all that shit was edited. You think when Kim Kardashian go on live and she had her little moments with her kids that she's showing them every moment that them kids act crazy? Hell no. They ain't showing you everything unedited. The mess, the attitudes, all of that. They show you little bits and pieces of it. Now my grandma died 2019. My dad's mom. And I usually she used to be my backbone. I used to get a lot of help from her. I used to get breaks from her. Like when I was overwhelmed with the kids and stuff like that, she used to watch them while I go out, get some air. But when she passed away in 2019, it was just me. That was it. It was just like, that's it. It was just me. She was like really literally my backbone. So, you know how you got that grandma or that mama that's just like always with you that just, you can pull up on at any time. She gonna ask you, you hungry? I got some food for you. Or you can just say anything. You can cuss, yell, scream on the phone and she gonna listen. And then she just give you some advice. Like, that's how my grandma was. When I used to have the domestic violence with my children's father. I used to pull up on her. He used to chase me there. And she used to be getting intermediate, like, and be like, y'all calm down. She was like the big mama. And when she passed away, everybody loved my grandma. All my exes and anybody who dealt with my exes. I mean, anytime, any ex that dealt with my grandma gonna always talk about my grandma if they met her. Grandma didn't have 7 kids, girl. Shit. We want to say, well, that's the decision that you made. Well, it's already here now. Yeah, I made that decision, but I didn't make it alone. Now I feel sick from smoking them cigarettes. What do it matter if why did I kept having them? They here now. I don't understand why do y'all keep asking that question.
Good evening, Angelic.
Hey,
Oh,
huh?
I see that you're down. I see that you're down, but I want to ask you a question. When you married your husband, you married him for support, and you married him for your mental. That's what he was supposed to have been there for. And I see that you're down and you're reaching out for people on this app. Your husband's supposed to be who you're going to. when you and him was just talking, that's who you should have been talking this with him. And let him know how you need out of him. And when your babies come back, what you expect out of him to be there to help you, not the babies to help you. That's what he's there for. That's your king. That's your head.
But I feel like he can't help me with no parenting advice because he not a parent yet.
But see, it don't.
And every time I asked him, he always give me what his daddy said. He told me that his daddy was about to put him out. Like when they wasn't acting right. Their daddy made them walk, and their mom had to beg their daddy all the time to be like, you know, now I gotta go get them. I don't want them walking in the rain or, the mom was always there because his daddy was really stern. So he said he gonna be like that with his own kids. So he's not coming from he's from a stern father point of view, not from a mother's point of view. So when I talk to him about discipline and stuff like that, his answers is just too. It's not what I can relate. What's gonna help me? So I really don't even go there with him. Yeah, it's military. It's not cruel. It's just very like militant. He even like that with the dog. Shit, he like
He's
that with.
coming into He's coming into your family with your babies. He's with you. So while he's with you, he need to be pouring into your kids and letting them know they can come to him for support. They can come to him where you and him can control y'all household. I had my first child at 15. I'm on my second husband. Neither one of those are his fathers, but both of them men knew how to stand up and be a man to my son without having their own kids. I didn't have to teach them. It just comes naturally. When you enter a woman that has kids, it comes naturally. That's
But
something that you want to do.
I don't think
With
that because of the situation, without saying too much, he haven't even had an opportunity. Although he's been reaching out, he's been trying to, like even when I kind of like, I don't want to say too much, but he's not even offered an opportunity to even have that time. And when I kind of like mushed it
and
in there and try to like smoosh it in
what you
there, they told the fathers the situations with the co-parentings, and they, he one, not all, it's just one, everybody know who that is, but want to be messy and want to be jealous, and they like, so now my husband
you're
is staying
you're
still
sitting
where
here
he can't,
stressing out.
huh?
You're stressing out how you're going to be able to handle the babies on your own. You're not on your own anymore, baby. You have a whole husband.
Yeah,
It's y'all now. Y'all are family now. Those are his kids now. When he took you on, he took them on. You
yeah,
shouldn't be here stressing. You shouldn't be looking like that. You should continue to be pretty. You know what I'm saying? Going to get your GED, going to school, doing what you're supposed to do. He's supposed to be standing behind you. And no, matter of fact, he's supposed to be standing in front of you, in front of them kids. If you need a car, he should be going to rent you a car. If it ain't fixed yet, come on, we're going to go rent you a car so you can get what you need to get done. So we can be able to bring these babies home so we can give them a good life and show them what they need to be shown. So I could pour into them and you. You shouldn't be sitting here looking like that. You too pretty. You got girls to live for. You have boys to live for. You have a new
yeah.
baby inside of you. He should be showing you something different. You should be showing them
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
yourself. Pour into yourself. And you know what? I don't know much about this app. This is the first time I ever been on anybody live. I don't get up here. I don't do all that. I just be window watching.
Hmm.
They got mothers that you can join. You know what I'm saying? And get with other mothers, meet up with other mothers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Some positive stuff. This don't seem nothing but negative up here.
Yeah.
You only gonna get negative when you're reaching out for negative. Reach out for the positive.
Okay. Yeah. I
And
guess that's what I'm gonna do
and if
tomorrow. I'm gonna start looking and seeing
you
what groups is around, like I can pull up to. And the car was a barrier, and my husband, he's gonna fix the car. He already started on the front brakes. He's got to do the back brakes. So I'm gonna make sure. And it's not like he didn't want to do. I just feel like I just been so wrapped up in this house, and I be telling him like, "No, babe, come spend time with me" and stuff like that. Because I'm so
uh,
trying to
you
cater
know
to
you got
him.
You on crunch time. Ain't no more time.
Right,
Ain't
that's
no
what
more
I'm
time. You
saying.
on crunch time.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
it's
on
getting
crunch time.
close, so I gotta start focusing on me now.
You gotta
I
focus
wanted
on
to
you and them
secure
back.
him first, because we was already building and we just got married. So I wanted to I didn't want him to just be pushed into my life because my life is a lot right now. So I kind of weaned it off a little
When he
bit.
when he already knew your life when he said he do.
That's true. He
Let
did.
him pour as much as you pouring into him. Now it's time for him to pour into you. You
Yeah,
have something serious going on. You have something serious going on. Painting the walls ain't serious.
yeah.
You get your babies back. Do what's good for your babies. If he's not on board with that, we could be friends. We could be friends. We could even date. But my kids gonna come first.
Hmm. Yeah,
You got to
and because I haven't made it an emergency because I've been so busy trying to focus on our baby and making sure our life is together. He always been trying, but it's okay, well, I was afraid that if I just open him up to everything that I was going through, that he will shut down because people can't walk in your shoes all the time. So I was kind of just
that,
every now and then going over there
that's
checking
what
on the house.
y'all got married. Y'all should have sat down and talked about all of that
I mean,
before you got
we
married.
did, but I told him but he haven't walked it yet. Said it like that, and I was supposed to go that day, and I didn't go because I was sick. At that time I didn't know I was pregnant, so I think this pregnancy just been a barrier these last couple of weeks. But that's what I'm saying.
Give him the
We had gotten
keys.
into it. I think we got into it for a
On the
reason.
couch. Get him the keys. If you don't feel good, get him the keys. Let him go do it.
Right. So you saying just get the other stuff that I can do and then just leave the big stuff for him. So all he got to do is just go over there and
Yes.
do it. Yeah, that's teamwork.
Yes.
Because I don't want to just put him all
Team.
on him. But just, yeah,
No,
I can see what you're saying.
you ain't gonna put it all on him. You just let him know. Look, I need you to go over here and do this, and then I'm gonna go and do this, and then we can go together.
Okay.
It's too much time. You don't have no more time, baby. They coming home.
Right.
You
Yeah.
said you wanted to show that. So this your time. You
Yeah.
got your husband. Now, do your big one.
Right. Yeah.
Do your big one. That's it. And you
Okay.
have a good night. And just think about what I said, okay?
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby.
That's so for real. And I feel like even though me and my husband is on good terms now, we had a little splat, okay, like most marriage couples do. You know, it was an awakener for me. Cause when you get this just made me feel it just made me realize me. It's when I got into it with him, even though we fixed it, when you get into it with your mate, you get to realize that it's you against him. So it's not like y'all won no more because y'all got into it. So y'all separate. When you're so in love and so, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you forget about yourself. Sometimes you just get so wrapped up in the marriage that you forget about yourself. And when we had got into it, it made me be like, well, damn, shit. I got a whole other house I got. If I wanted to leave, I could do that just to get some air. It just made me think about all the other shit I got going on. So I think I needed this reset to really focus on the other stuff I got going on. And I didn't totally forget about it, y'all. I didn't totally forget about it. I was just pushing it all the way back at the last minute. But in the I've been just cracking at it at, like this week will be my 5th session in therapy. And that's what they want. They want to see that I'm going to therapy, that I'm continuously active in therapy. So that's checked. They wanted me to do parenting classes. That's checked. And they wanted to make sure I'm taking my medication, but I don't have to take medication now because I'm pregnant. So that's checked. So yeah, that's it. Now it's just creating a stabilized household, communicating and being surveillance to make sure that everything's good. So I'm actually getting towards, the ending part of this. So I didn't let too much power. I always let stuff do it. I always do stuff at the last minute. So now about this refrigerator and stove. So when I get my money on the 3rd, I'm gonna do one thing at a time. What's more important, y'all? Refrigerator or stove? I ain't getting both at the same time. You can't say both. You cannot say both. A refrigerator. Okay, y'all got a hot plate. Damn, that refrigerator is expensive. God damn. Refrigerator costs like $700. Shit, I'm getting the stove. No, the refrigerator is better. I'm gonna get the refrigerator. Because the refrigerator is better. I went on Facebook Marketplace, girl. Y'all missed all this. This is old content. With the refrigerator, shit, I called. They want $700 for the one I want. I want the French double doors. I need that. I got too many responsibilities to be, the top and bottom. That's another thing. Motherfuckers be talking and running out their mouth. The more kids you have, you obligated to have certain shit. The more kids you have, you can't drive around no motherfucking Kia. You gotta have certain shit for it to live a certain way. And I can't have no top to bottom refrigerator. Not no just regular unit, regular kitchen. No. Can you afford it? I can afford it, but I feel like it's gonna be we have other stuff that we have to do this month, so it's gonna be like damn near I'm gonna be in a hole. But I can afford it though. I still got this bill that I gotta take care of. I don't want to finance no $700 refrigerator. I might just go ahead and pay that off. They do payment plans. Ain't they gonna run my credit? You think I can put it in my husband's name then? My credit is over 400. But that's a decision that we have to make together. You know what I'm saying? You can't. People always want to say, "You got a man. You got a man. You got a." When you in a marriage, you can't just be like, "Okay, baby, can you finance me this car? Okay, baby, can you finance me this house? Can you finance me this shoes? Can you finance me this refrigerator and stuff?" Like, it gotta be a agreement. You know what I'm saying? We gotta talk about it and make sure it is beneficial and all that other stuff. That's fair. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just get the refrigerator. I'll get the refrigerator next month. I'm gonna be in a hole. I ain't gonna ask him for too much money on it. I'll ask him for like $200 on it, and I'll do the rest. I'll drop the 5 on it. And yeah, the refrigerator. What? Girl, my husband give me hundreds when I ask him. I just don't like to keep asking him for stuff every 5 minutes. I just don't want to ask him for everything. Girl, what you talking about? This is my job. I am a social media influencer. I rather some quiet. Oh, you know what? Oh, y'all. I can get a credit card. I can get a credit card. Actually, that was what I was thinking about. I'm gonna get a credit card. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna get a credit card on the 3rd. I had the down payment to go on there. It's time. Shit, it's time. What do PayPal do? PayPal is a credit card? I was thinking about Discover. Oh, you know, my husband got federal that's not it. That's not a credit card, is it? It may be federal credit card. I thought that was like a creditor. Do a firm. Right, it's a credit union, right? But it's not. Is they gonna give me a credit card though? Do I gotta put on a down payment for that? I know it's a credit union, but they said I can get a credit card from it. Oh, okay. Oh, you get a 600. I don't got 625 on my credit. My credit score is like 560, 570. I'm almost at 600. It's going up. My credit just went up 30 points with the Self app. So it probably is like at like 570, 560, 75. I'm almost at the 6, baby. I'm about to go over there. I'm about to be up there with y'all. To the Upper East Side. Moving on up to the East Side. Finally got a piece of the pie. I said I'm moving on up. I didn't say I was there, nigga. I said I'm moving on up. I ain't say I'm there. Y'all big city asses ain't got to start telling me what your credit score is. I ain't asked you that. I said I'm moving on up. I said I'm moving on up. I ain't say I was there. Shit. I'm gonna get my piece of my pie. My credit just went up 30 points, both using the Self app. Indeed. Get like me. Cause these hoes ain't worried about no credit. You hear Gorilla. She said she don't give a fuck about no credit score. She might be rich as fuck tomorrow. See, shit like that is why you hoes ain't never gonna get no house. You gonna be sucking dick forever. See, that's the wrong advice. You see how she's trying to ruin the environment with that bullshit? But she telling our youth that. She telling our youth that, and now our youth is singing that song, talk about something they don't give a fuck about no credit score because they might be rich as fuck tomorrow. All I'm saying was that's the wrong advice. You gotta go by your means, live by your motherfucking means. I'm trying to give the right advice. Right? That is terrible advice. That's all I'm saying. Girl, this gum is helping with my GERDs. I don't listen to them either. Who the fuck is y'all? The Pentecostal ladies with the white outfit on? If y'all don't get y'all peppermint, strawberry, fucking candy having theirs with the lip balls in y'all pocket having theirs down on my face, sucking my son, spit out my gum. Where is y'all at? Where is we at? Don't tell me to spit out my gum. Pull my credit score for what? You a hater. You is a hater, Nicole. You've been watching me this whole time. You a day one hater. Oh, a hating ass, hot fucking biatch. Get your ass out. It ain't funny. I ain't mad, girl. Actually, I'm about to go to bed. Do I got some snacks? I got some chips. I'm actually about to go to sleep. And wait for my husband to come and kiss me in the morning. He gonna think I'm asleep. I'm gonna wake up like when he try to kiss me, I'm gonna wake up like this. Cause we got into it and I didn't get no kids or nothing. No, I was mad at myself earlier. I'm like, damn, I'm back in love. I don't like this feeling. Well, I like this feeling. I just don't like it when I get mad. I'm back in love. Because it's like when you mad, it's just, ugh. I got gas. I need my gun. I really don't like that because with these furniture stores, they be trying to charge you extra. You know, you pay more for the finance. So if the motherfucking stove is $700, they want you to pay an extra $400. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make sense to do that. Thank you. So, my stomach hurt. I ain't begging for nothing. I ain't asked nobody for nothing. Trust me. When I come in here, I'm gonna be a proud beggar. Trust and believe. I'm waiting for my beg. I'm waiting for the right minute to beg. I got my bag. I know when I'm a beg. I know which month when I'm a beg for. When I trust and believe. The refrigerator and the stove is the least of my begging. I can add. Matter of fact, because I can go back and forth to my house, to my husband's house, I technically don't gotta stay there to get no refrigerator and stove. I can wait till they ass supply me a refrigerator and stove. All right, y'all, you should want to know what I got all planned up for the begging. And the refrigerator, y'all thought the refrigerator and stove was gonna be it. Food your ass. The refrigerator and stove wasn't gonna be what I was gonna beg for. Trust and believe. I know what I'm gonna beg for. I've been waiting for this bag. I've been having this bag planned since about a month ago. So while you over there talking shit, this ain't what I'm begging for, girl. Girl, shut up. Everybody on here bag. Everybody on here, every top broadcaster, every broadcaster on here bag. If it ain't for beans, it's for Cash App for medicine. Girl, shut the fuck up. We all on here begging. We just some begging motherfuckers. We all beg. Motherfuckers be begging at the end of the month. I'm 7K away. I'm 20K away. Everybody beg. Shit. I don't care. That's 30 people that wasn't gonna give me shit if I wasn't here begging. Girl, you looking at it all wrong. It ain't about who ain't giving. It's about who is. Gotta be smarter than that. Okay? Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of begging. We all got a bag in our day of our life. What happened to the black community sticking together? Yeah, I'm gonna be begging. I already know what I'm begging for. I got a PlayStation 5 on the way. That's what I'm about to beg for. That PlayStation motherfucking 5. I'm gonna be begging for that all November. There you have it. Yeah, that's what they want. They want the PlayStation 5. Girl, they can give me a refrigerator. What the hell is the government for? A mother in need. Why they can't give me no refrigerator and some dressers? Why they can't? Can you ask that? Can you answer that? Why they can't? I thought they was there for that reason. Girl, this red hot. It don't lose no flavor. Yeah, if they can and they will. I'm gonna get the stove and refrigerator from them. I might be able to get a car from them too, cause who the hell gonna be dropping 7 around? How we gonna work that out? Shit. You think they illegally let me be around that if I can't supply a working car? You think that would be an obligation, y'all? Do you think me having the car is an obligation? You think it would be an obligation? Wrong finger, dummy. Wrong fucking finger. No. Okay. Financing. Girl, they ain't not about to finance me no refrigerator. They're gonna give me a refrigerator and stove. Shit. Why not? Each one teach one, right? Save a kid today. But I'm actually about to go and get some rest, you guys. I have to get up early in the morning. Don't put none of this on YouTube, please. I was just having a moment. So